Hi, I'm here at Hinton pub where I'm going to meet a pub person. Hang on, let me park this thing. I left at 8 o'clock. Hello?
Beth and Geoff.
Sorry, how are you? Geoff. Beth and Geoff. How are you guys?
Oh, you carry your house with you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're all right, Beth.
Yeah, there is. It's all there. Have we got the historian here as well?
Yes.
Geoff, you're the man. Yeah.
We'll be up ready, no worry about it.
Did you ask Geoff?
And Geoff. So Black Reggie, is that you're
No,
okay?
just Reg.
Just Reg. Because
Yeah.
who calls you that then? Just the locals, or because someone told me that's what you wanted to be called?
Yeah, no, I'm just Reg.
Just Reg.
Because that's how, when they go to say who's at the pub or whatever, they go Reg and they go who?
Yeah.
They go, oh, Black Reg, cowboy hat.
Oh,
So that's
okay,
how that
right.
comes out,
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay, understand now.
Yeah.
Right, Reg. So you're a local around here?
I suppose I've been drinking here for about 38 years.
Oh, right. That's pretty local.
Second person on a bike that comes here and turns it off before you go back into the gutter. And I think to myself, why do they keep it running? It's got no reverse. You got to push it back.
That's right. I always turn it off because I can't concentrate with everything freaking going on. You're telling me, Geoff, a hearse went into the Patterson River?
Down here in the Hunter, actually,
Yeah.
down the bottom of it.
Right.
Yeah, and
Dead body in it?
yeah. The horses shied or something at it, and they galloped through the punt, and the punt man didn't put the rail up at the other end,
Yeah.
and they went straight through into the river, and they swam upstream for a while till they got exhausted, and they drowned, and the hearse went down, of course. And
And the people?
when they pulled the hearse up, there was no damage whatsoever, but the horses were drowned, of course, and then they got another hearse from somewhere and took the coffin over to Morpeth Church.
Christ, that bloke had a couple. How many times do you have to die?
But before
Drowned?
years before that, the mail coach from Dungog always
Yeah.
came down through Hinton, and there was a woman called Mrs. Cross and her son, little boy, driver of the mail coach, and the reins slipped or something, and he got off to grab it and took off without him, running after the thing, and they went round the corner as they knew where to go because they always went that way, and galloped down to the punt, straight onto the punt, and straight through the other end of the punt into the river, and she drowned, and when they found her, she was still hugging the little boy.
Oh, God. Oh, that's a bit sad. Shit. Okay.
It's all history though.
Yeah. Well, I love those stories. That's what. Yeah. They're the stories.
I'm Beth.
You're Beth and Geoff. So you're and you live in here, up the road here.
Yeah.
Okay. Sit down. Relax. It's okay.
I'm all right.
Yeah. So you have got. You're like the local historian.
My father was a historian for a lot of local towns.
Yes. Okay.
And he died and left all this stuff, and I went through it. All I wanted to do was Hinton,
Yeah.
and that's where it all comes from. Yeah.
So what's probably the most famous thing about Hinton that you would say?
Oh, well, and the 4 hotels down there,
Yep.
across from each other, and post office stores and butcher shops and all that.
Oh, okay. So a lot of families were here
Oh,
because
yeah.
being a main thoroughfare, I guess it was
Yeah, well, it was,
all the
yeah,
action.
Like when the punt came over in 1849, well, there was a lot more traffic then, and with the boats and
Yeah.
the punt. And then when the bridge went over, the town sort of
Yeah.
died a bit.
I've just been reading this book, The Headless Murders of Maitland.
The Shelleys, I was 16 at the time.
You-
I
okay.
remember it pretty well.
Fascinating stuff. I was reading that. Where's Reg gone?
he's down.
Oh, okay. You haven't. Okay, I lost you then. Sid Shelley and Elva,
Yeah,
the wife.
yeah.
And what was interesting was that the little
Yes.
kid was left in the cot and given a punch or something, knocked out,
Yeah.
because they had bruising,
Well,
and then they dumped all the suitcases and
Well,
cardboard
at the
boxes.
time,
on
they
top.
wondered whether Mrs. Shelley knew what was going to happen and hid the kid the baby under blankets.
Oh,
And
okay.
whether she threw it there, maybe, and that's could have.
Okay, that could be a
That's
part
what
of the
the talk
story.
was then.
Yes.
And then they cut the heads off on the step
murder mystery, don't you?
Yeah, another interesting story of the commercial bank in Morpeth.
Yes.
In 1893, after the flood,
Yeah.
I happened to be sitting on the bank step at Morpeth, and the fella pulled up in a horse and sulky, flash-looking fellow, and he went into the bank, and he said, "I want this bank closed down right now." He said, "And when I'm finished here, I'm going over to Hinton to close that bank down too, the branch over here."
Right.
So this fella pricked his ears up and he jumped on his horse and galloped down to the punt and came across here and drew all of his money out of the bank.
So 2 hits of typhoid here.
Yeah,
You get floods?
Floods.
Floods, yeah.
All the time.
Got it going on here in Hinton.
We're overdue, a long time overdue, aren't we?
That's
for a
fine.
flood?
Yeah. So can we shake or fist or bump? Fist.
All good.
I love fisting blokes. It's what I do. I go around and I fist men. Random men in pubs.
Well, you
I
know.
owned a store just down there near that peppercorn tree. And
Right.
his business was going bad, and he was a fairly upstanding man in town, but he took it pretty hard, and he was getting quite agitated, and the family thought something was wrong. Young cleaner girl there to keep an eye on him, front door, and she followed him and wanted to know where he was going, and he hopped across the road and hopped through a fence into a lucerne paddock, and the girl chased after him. Then he hurried back to the house and slammed the door, and when she opened the door, there was blood gushing up the walls.
Oh,
He cut his throat there and then, yeah. So,
jeez. What a way to go.
what a way to go.
I mean, there's doing yourself in, but doing it like that.
It'd be quick. If
Would
you
it be
didn't
quick?
If you didn't mind the cut.
Yeah. I mean, how quick would it be? You
Oh,
didn't-
well, the blood would gush at you just...
Yeah. You a full-blooded Aboriginal?
Yeah.
If and when Reg passes on, it'll be a massive thing. It'll be a massive thing.
That's nice to know, isn't it?
I'm going to have a wait before that to see
Yeah, I
how
would
many
too.
show up.
I reckon.
You want to
Yeah,
be.
maybe fake it or something, and you can just turn
You
up.
could always have the coffin here and,
Yeah.
and have the wake with you.
So,
Could
so
do
what?
that.
Okay, I'm interested to know why is that? What makes him so special?
He's just a character, and he's a good bloke.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him, and he's never done anyone a bad turn.
Yep. And you help a few people out, I would imagine.
Along the road, yes.
Yeah. Good on you. I'm the Aussie and the Indian. Oh, roll on this Indian.